College Success Arizona presents Student Stories. The feature of the following story and interview is Jacqueline Rodriguez.
I was Tucson born and raised.
Tell us about growing up in Tucson, Arizona.
It was really hot, first off. But I come from a family of 6. I have 3 older brothers, so that was always fun. There was definitely a lot of banter going around back and forth, a lot of play fighting and real fighting, but lots of love there.
And where did you attend high school? Where did you graduate high school?
I graduated high school from Desert View High School. Every school I ever went to was within a 2-mile radius from my home, so I was always close by.
And tell us what you're doing now. Where are you attending school and your course of study?
I'm attending the University of Arizona. I'm a sophomore, and I'm majoring in physiology right now. I'm a pre-major right now, so pre-physiology, and I will be beginning an arts major in film and television this summer. So physio and film.
So ultimately, you're hoping to graduate with a bachelor's degree in what?
In physiology, a Bachelor of Science, Health Sciences.
And what type of career would you anticipate working in?
It's a pre-medicine major, so medical school is in the bag. But right now, I think I'm foreseeing myself in athletic training. Because I'm an athlete, and I did a little bit of sports medicine in high school. So, and I really enjoyed it, so I think I'd be pretty good at it. That's something I see myself going into.
So if you look 10 years out, do you see yourself being a sports doctor working for the Diamondbacks or something like that?
Yeah, I'm not baseball. I'm not a baseball fan, so maybe not the Diamondbacks, but yeah, definitely something like that.
Cardinals?
No. Actually, yeah, football. Football gets a lot of injuries, so maybe.
Oh, they get a lot of injuries. Yeah, baseball, they don't really
get
get hurt that much, do
That's
they?
fun. Yeah, yeah.
You'd just be sitting around. You'd be like, oh, nobody ever gets hurt here. You don't even need me.
Because I did softball, sports medicine in high school, and it was kind of just sitting around. But I did football as well, and that was a lot more. There's a lot more excitement going on.
Football would keep you on your toes, but baseball like that, the pitchers get that Tommy John surgery or whatever in their right arm, but that's about it. Yeah. I guess, and I see here that you play rugby. You play on the women's rugby team for the U of A?
I do. Yeah, I do, yeah. Club rugby I do.
How long have you been playing rugby, and what got you into that?
This was my first year playing rugby. I've been in team sports since I was 11. So when I started college, freshman year, I was lacking that. Like, I didn't have that. So sophomore year, I decided to do something. And rugby was, looked pretty cool, looked pretty challenging. And I pride myself in being self-disciplined. And that is by far, if not the most challenging thing I've done, mentally and physically. It's really fun and a lot of blood.
And talk about women's rugby, how it compares to men's rugby, which is, let's face it, a pretty physical game.
I don't know, because this is my first year, so I really don't know a lot of I really wouldn't know how to compare it as well as someone else who's been playing it for years.
Well, I guess let me ask you this. Do you tackle each other? I mean, do you land on the ground?
Oh, yes. It's the same thing, the same rules, I think, for the most part, and no pads still, and just contact. So I think everything's pretty much the same.
Yeah, rugby could be kind of almost called like football without the pads. It's a pretty brutal sport at times.
I've been told it's safer than football because the way we tackle isn't like the headbutt they do. I don't know, something like that. I've been told it's safer. There we go.
And does that all tie into sports medicine, yourself being an athlete? It's all sort of the same psychology, lifestyle for you?
Definitely. I pride myself in being self-disciplined, and that is really important. Like, any athlete is self-disciplined because, you run when someone tells you to run. When a coach tells you to run, you run. But the thing is that if you think about it, you don't have to do it. You don't have to run, but there's that respect and discipline that comes in that you know that it'll be good for you.
And what are your favorite sports as an athlete?
I've been playing basketball since I was 11, so I think that takes the ball. But rugby is top, is in there. It's getting to the level of basketball that I love.
And I asked you the question earlier, but I'm not sure that I heard your answer right. You play for the University of Arizona rugby team?
Yeah, it's a club team. So we represent the University of Arizona, but it's a club team. I don't know that.
Go ahead and tell me about your college experience. How has it changed you since your days in high school?
It helped me grow a lot. I've learned that sometimes you really do just need to gut it out. If you're drowning like I am right now in five exams in 1 week, you just really got to set your mind straight and just lay out what you need to do, and again have the discipline to do it, and just keep going along with it, and just if anything, gut it out. If you can't have a positive attitude about it, at least have a resilient one that you'll get through it.
If you have that physical discipline that is common among, like you say, athletes, does that transition into other areas of your life, like academics?
Oh, yeah, most definitely. You know, I don't like doing lab reports, but they need to get done. And I don't like having 8 a.m. classes, but you need to get up early and go to them. So there's that.
What do you say to young people considering their own college path? I guess, what advice can you impart?
The advice that I give them would be to do the things that scare you and that make you nervous. Do the things that like you're so hesitant to move forward with, because those little leaps of faith, I think, are vital and invaluable. And like whether you get a good experience out of it or a bad one, you're going to learn something about yourself and develop. And even if you're insecure about it, that's definitely okay. Just be confident and falsely so, even if you have to.
You earned the College Success Arizona Scholarship after high school. It's covering up to $6,000 per year in educational expenses. Has that been valuable in limiting student debt?
Oh, definitely. I have not paid anything out of my own pocket, and I don't think I will ever need to, based on how much they help me.
College Success Arizona also provides mentoring services. They call them success advisors, basically people who act as just that, mentors throughout your college experience. How helpful has that been?
Very helpful. My advisor is Matt Coppell, and he is my Dwayne Johnson. He's in the Rock. We meet twice a semester, I think. Yeah, twice a semester, and I tell him what I'm planning to do, and he's very encouraging. Like when I told him that I was going to go into a film and television major, even though I'm already a physio major, which they're totally opposite. He didn't shy me away from it. He basically encouraged me to do it, and if I wanted to do it, and he just kept up with that throughout the choices I made to be accepted into that major. He just kept asking me what I'm doing, and he basically keeps me on track to make sure I'm doing what I'm saying I'm going to do. A
lot of people overcome challenges to make their way to college and through college, then into their career. What are the biggest challenges that you've had to overcome at this point in your life? I
think one of the challenges that I've overcome, and I still think I'm overcoming it, is identity. I'm a first-generation American, and I was raised by immigrant parents, so that struggle was almost prophesized a little bit. You know, I'm the product of like 2 different worlds and cultures and tongues. So it was kind of hard finding my place growing up. You know, I was never brown enough. I was never white enough. You know, I have accents in 2 languages. So it was hard to find, like who I was, I guess. That sounds really cheesy, but I think everybody goes through something like that. And that's basically it. That I have contrasting skills and interests. So
at this point, do you identify with one or the other? You mentioned those 2 worlds, those 2 tongues. Do you identify with one or the other more than the other, or do you just try to live and exist and, I guess, prosper in each world?
I live in limbo. That's where I am right now. I haven't tipped over to one yet. I don't think so.
Well, and maybe you never have to. You don't have to be all one thing, right? Maybe both. You're 50% one and 50% the other. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that definitely makes sense. Yep.
Were your parents instrumental in encouraging you to attend college and get an education?
Yeah, that was constantly instilled in me from a very young age. It was the only thing, basically. My parents, I think, pawned in their own dreams for mine. My mother, she only went up to the 6th grade, maybe less, and my father never had the opportunity to exercise his degree. So, and my parents' history is one of struggle and hardship. So, in a way, I think it was my duty to get a college education and have my story not be theirs.
Thank you, Jacqueline, for the interview and for working so hard to make a difference in our community.